Over the past year, there have been over 385 fatal police shootings in the United States, and the number continues to grow as 2016 progresses. This astonishing statistic comes out to at least 2 officer-involved shootings per day, according to Kinley One. This shows that there is still racism and discrimination in America, and that innocent people are being killed for no reason, which then leads other people to believe that minorities are killed 3 times more likely than white people. My stance on this issue of police brutality is very neutral, but people tend to be very one-sided and don't see it from the people who are being targeted points of view. Parents are also caught in the middle because they are worried about their kids' safety, but they shouldn't have to tell their kids how to dress or act, especially a certain way, in front of police. Don't give them an excuse to kill you is drilled into the minds of young minority children, which then shows the parents that there is still systematic racism, and that police brutality is preventing them from raising their kids in a safe and healthy environment. It is also telling our younger generation that our society is built to bring them down. On the other hand, police need to actually do their job and arrest and harass people who are actually doing illegal activities. And there should be a decrease in the amount of deaths because there are also alternative ways to take down suspects, such as pepper spray, a baton, or their taser, and there is usually more than one officer involved when it comes to taking down a suspect that they believe is harmful or dangerous. One quote I found on CNN stated that, according to Bill Mayer, quote, "The lack of parenting is also one of the root causes for some cases of police brutality, which suggests that many parents are failing to discipline their children, which then leads them to lack respect for authority and causes these incidents involving police and minorities." And I don't believe this is true because parents can only do so much in telling their kids to respect authority, and it's the kids' responsibility to have to want to follow the rules, or they're going to have to deal with the consequences. Now, on the other side of the argument, people are saying that they need to be aware of what's happening, especially around the country, and what's in the media because police are targeting certain races and people in certain areas. For example, a black guy walking through a predominantly white neighborhood with a hood on would probably cause a red flag. Minorities are also being closely watched, and they have to be more cautious in everything they do, as well as minding their own business and trying not to act suspicious so cops don't come harass them. Kids also should not play with fake weapons outside the house because police will target and harass them, and the fake weapons actually look real. According to Justin Peters, fake guns too closely resemble real ones, a safety hazard that causes problems between officers and civilians. End quote. This causes officers to mistakenly react and shoot at the kids with their actual gun in response to them playing with fake weapons because the weapons actually look real from far away. Fake weapons are a serious problem in America, especially with the shoot first, ask questions later. Quote, "The cops have no choice but to shoot" is an inadequate defense, according to Justin Peters, because it's the police officer's choice on whether or not to shoot the kid who is playing with a toy gun. Both parties need to use their head when making certain decisions because the situation can end either good or bad. Furthermore, people need to stop jumping to conclusions because it can make the situation worse than it was before. As kids, we don't truly understand the rules and consequences that come with doing something bad or disobeying authority. But as we get older, we have to realize that there are consequences for our actions. Serious issues like this not only affect the people involved, but everyone else as well. Parents shouldn't have to talk to their kids, but they should always be aware of what they're doing. And police need probable cause and sufficient evidence to determine whether something or someone is being hurt or something bad is happening and it's illegal or wrong. Finally, we need to unite as a country on this issue and be aware of what's going on, and we need to know what we can do to prevent these situations from happening or becoming worse. And the outcomes could be bad, especially in certain situations involving police and other individuals who may have not done something wrong, but the police thought they have. And as Americans, we need to be aware of this serious controversial issue.